Hey, everybody, how we doing today? Hope everybody can hear me okay. Everybody there? Let me know if you can hear me just fine. All right. Jerry's yes. Hi, Jeff. Okay, so let's see. I want to go over some numbers first. All right, let's go over some numbers first. I'm still working on the $5 winners from last week's live. Um, I've been down over the weekend, feeling a lot better now. Still a little stuffed up, but I'm good. So I got some good sleep. I got over my, I don't know what it was, 48-hour bug or whatever. But the numbers are looking awesome. It looks like the subscriptions are correctly working the packages. Even though we've got it shut down right now to where you can't buy a package. Anybody that bought them before should have noticed they're kicked in now. And the bot, I believe, started running again this morning. It looks like it's working properly. I know I checked a couple of accounts of my family and stuff, and they haven't bought positions in 3 days, but they do have the subscription, the package, and the bot didn't touch their account. So they're getting their positions daily for the subscriptions, and the bot didn't touch them. So that part's working. Waiting to, I haven't had any complaints yet as far as people saying they bought a position yesterday and the bot hit them with 8 more last night. So if I don't get those complaints, I'll assume that it is working okay. I've been trying to look through some accounts that I have access to see if I can find any issues with the bot. I haven't seen any yet, but like I said, I think they just turned it back on this morning. So it's actually, we had that headache for a day or two when they first turned it on. It was a good and a bad thing. The good thing is our positions skyrocketed. Bad thing is it did take a lot of people's last couple dollars out of their account. So the nice thing is I did have to point out to somebody. Somebody had said they put $16 in an account with the intention of buying the subscription, but then they couldn't. And like I said, I can't buy a subscription either. So I think we have the subscriptions down still. But when they went to buy a subscription, they couldn't. Then they get hit by the bot, and it took $4 out of their account. They bought 8 positions. There's a good side to that. If you're only looking to buy, a $16 subscription, which is 1 position a day for 30 days, maybe just put the $16 in your account and let it sit there. Let the bot handle them. Think about it. $16 for 30 positions in 30 days. Okay. 30 positions is actually $15. There's a $1 convenience fee on all the subscriptions. And that just, I try to throw in tiny bits that not big enough to hurt anybody, but just enough when a large sum of it is added together, it gives Infinite Funds extra money to use towards giveaways and prizes and things like that. So that's why they all have $1 tacked on. But when you think about it, $15 is 30 positions. $16 is 30 positions in the subscription. So if you just put $16 in your account and let the bot handle it, you get you would get 32 positions, okay, for your $16, but you would get them in 4 days, literally in 4 days. So everybody else's subscriptions that are running for the other 26 days of the month are coming in behind all 32 of yours. So, keep that in mind. If that's all you're putting money in for, otherwise your account's set to zero and you're just putting in $16 to buy a minimum subscription, I'd put $16 in and just let the bot take care of it. There's different ways to look at everything. So let's see. I want to go over some numbers real quick. In the 50-cent matrix, let me refresh and make sure it hasn't changed, which it shouldn't have because everything's stored. Okay, it did change. It increased 1. We are currently at, well, let me go back here. I believe last week, anybody have the number handy? I want to say 59,000, somewhere around that. I don't remember when I wrote that number in. It might have been my mid-week Facebook Live. 59,871. And I think that was Facebook Live, wasn't it, Bev? Which means it was a couple of days after the actual YouTube Live. So it was like Friday or something, whenever I did the Facebook Live. So we were already 2 days into our 1 week update when that number came out, 59,871. Today, as of right now, we are currently at 81,991 positions in the 50-cent matrix. So we have jumped over 22,000 positions just in 4 to 5 days. So, and that's in the 50-cent matrix alone. So let me go to the 5 fast. Let me write that down first. Let me go to a new page. 81,991. Okay, in the 5 fast. In the 5 fast, we had 3,147 during the Facebook Live that I did. And now, keep in mind, I did say that every 256 50-cent positions that go in the system, a $5 fast gets and there's a re-entry into the $5 fast. That means somebody got pushed up to that re-entry. So we went from, what did I just say? 3,147 to 3,406. So a little under 300 positions went into the $5 fast, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5. Well, about 5 people. Almost 5 people cycled out of the $5 fast this week. Because every 64 $5 fast positions is pushing somebody out. It seems low, but you have to think about it that way. And when you're considering how long it's been a long time since I've made money. It's been a long time since I've cycled out of anything. Keep in mind how many it takes in that last row. 64 $5 fast coming in will cycle one person out, completely out, because that's their third level that they're waiting on. The next 64 will cycle out another person. It's so on and so on and so on. Out of those 64, obviously Every 4 will complete somebody's first level. Every 16 will complete somebody's second level. Every 64 will complete somebody's third level. I always look at it just a third level standpoint. I really don't care when I complete a first level, since obviously nothing really has a payout on the first level. But yeah, we're 3,406 now in the $5 fast. In the $5 mid, we were at, maybe just fold this page here. In the $5 mid, we were at 1,069. Thanks, Bev. And now we are at 1,240. So almost 200 positions there. And same as the 5 fast, every 64 cycles somebody completely out. So so those some or not cycle somebody out, sorry. The it goes 5 levels deep. Yeah. So it takes more to cycle out. But the every 4 gets somebody, finishes their first level. Every 16, second level. Every 64 does somebody's third level. Every 256 does somebody's third level, and so on, multiplying by 4 each level. So we grew, a little over 200. So, if somebody didn't hit their third level in the 5 mid, somebody is pretty close. So that's the 5 mid for us. The 20 fast. Okay, 20 fast had 686. Thanks, Bev. I guess I should look there first. And now we have 712. Now keep in mind, we're already into this day started, so there may be some positions that are stored that I'm not seeing yet. And actually, I know there is, because I can look in the server and see that the 50-cent matrix, I said 81,991, actually 82,216. So there's a bunch of stored, there's like over 200 positions that are stored right now in the 50 cent. So, but we won't count those in numbers because they're not actually in the system yet. So let's go to the 15 big. Okay, that one had 482 when I did the Facebook Live. Now we are sitting at, and these ones you got to figure they're growing slower and slower the bigger we get, because people don't buy into them every day. There are people still buying into them because they want to get into some of those positions before those re-entries start coming in. So now we have 513 in the 15 big. So that one grew 30 or so. Yeah, 31. 60 fast. The 20 fast now has 712. The 60 fast had 142. And now it has 148. So we're not growing as quick in the bigger ones, but they are growing. Now keep in mind, there are some positions still missing from the 28 that I'm working on. I sent a list to the programmers this morning of some people that I've talked to that still aren't showing up. We're working on those. The 50 bigger. The 50 bigger had 113. And it now has 116. So these are growing slow, and I'm going to get into a little bit more conversation that's going to talk about how our plans are to speed some of these up. So don't get worried yet or anything like that they're not growing very fast. I probably made a mistake when I designed this going full wide, just because it did get wide fast. It allows the payouts at lower levels to get a little bigger, which was a great thought, but we have a plan that is in the works that is going to speed stuff up a lot. So the 150 fast had 63 and now has 65. And you got to keep in mind, takes 64 150 fast for one person to cycle out. We have 65 positions in it. I haven't checked the admin account. Admin account should have cycled out. Should have. But let's see. Too huge. We had 52. And we now have 56. I'm actually looking through some of these. We should have 57. I know we are missing at least one 200 huge from the 28th, I believe, or around that time frame. I don't think it's been added yet. Yeah, so we have 56 in that one. So that kind of, the brief run through on the numbers again, the 50 cents, 81,991, $5 fast, 3,406, 5 mid, 1,240, 20 fast, 712, 15 big, 513, 60 fast, 148, 50 big, 116, 150 fast, 65, 200 huge, 56. So, like I said, keep in mind, a lot of the fast, except for the 20 fast, is a little different. The rest of the fast, every 64 positions will cycle a person out. Doesn't mean it's going to cycle, it's not going to cycle a lot of people out. When I say cycle out, I mean out. They finish the third level. So it takes 64 to cycle one out, because it takes 4 to finish a first level, 16 to finish the second level, 64 to finish a third level. So every 64 that comes in, because we know we are far enough down, we're at least in third, admin, even in the 200 huge, the admin account is working on its third level. Of course, the 200 huge goes 7 levels, not 3. So the 150 fast has 65 positions in it. The admin account should have cycled that one. I haven't checked it yet. So I hope it did, because it helped us pay for some of our upgrades that we're getting ready to do. We do have I'm trying to, I don't want to give too much information, but I don't want to hold too much back either. The updates that are coming are going to be extremely exciting. We're talking, 3 levels wide, or three people wide, 2 levels deep, no deeper. So you're rather quick cycling. It's a glitch for some, Doris. Send me a message with that information. What day or what position has cycled and you didn't get the reentry. It is a glitch. We've had it happen for 1 or 2 others that I've seen. Not everybody. And to be honest, I have no idea how many positions I might be missing. I don't have time to keep track. And I don't know. I don't really worry about it too much, but yes, if you notice one is missing, you don't get a reentry, and you cycled a level that should have, or completed a level that should have, let me know. I will look into it. If it's a 50-cent reentry that you're missing and you really don't care about it, and you want to chalk it up to a donation, still let me know it's missing, but just tell me, don't worry about it. Chalk it up as a donation. That way I also don't go spend a lot of time trying to search for it. I can just go to the programmers and say, hey, this position's missing on this day. They're not worried whether we get it back, but we need to figure out what the glitch is. We need to figure out what is going on that's stopping those. Anybody that has joined since we launched that wasn't in pre-launch, they would maybe start seeing some 50-cent payouts coming in. We're high enough on some of these positions, like the 50-cent matrix. They may be there, they may not be there. Like I said, we're awfully wide. If you have not made anything yet, don't freak out. Don't get your hopes down. Don't stress too much. The plans with the new updates, we've talked a lot in the past, about adding 7 new matrices. We are not adding 7 new matrices. We are adding matrices, boards, but we're going to do it a little differently. We are going to add some team build boards. We are going to add some company forced boards. So you're going to have a choice. All boards will feed into reentries into the original 9. They will feed, let's just say, for instance, if I had a 5, 10, and a 15, okay, and a 5, 10, and a 15. One side would be team forced, one side would be company forced. But they all buy reentries into the original 9, okay? And they buy reentries from the 5 to the 10 and the 10 to the 15. And they buy reentries into themselves. Something to that effect. I'm not giving you the exact numbers of the matrix, the cost of the matrices. I'm not giving you the exact amount of matrices. But be extremely ready for it, excited for it. If you're already earning, make sure you have the positions you want in the original 9, because we're going to do this differently than most any other platform has done. I can look at the system and I can tell you, let me see if I can pull this up here. Reports, commissions. I don't want a username specific. So let's go from August 8th till September 2nd, which was Monday. Let's see if I can pull this list up. Of course not. Every now and then I get these errors and it won't pull it up. I think I'm trying to load too much. Okay, let's just see how many people have received a commission payout in the last 7 days. Level completion bonus, not the referral bonus, just the level completion. And that's going to error to you, I think. Nope. Yep. Well, let's see how many referral bonuses there's been. Okay, referral bonuses just in the last 7 days. There's been 36 referral bonuses. So I know people are high enough to get referral bonuses. Let's see. Looks like there's been a few $100s in referral bonuses, it looks like. What I really want is the commission payout. I want the level completion. And it keeps giving me an error. Let's see if I can do this differently. Let's go back Monday to Monday. Nope, still giving me an error. Okay, let me look in the server and see if I can find commission payouts in it. Amount paid. Okay, let's see. Infinite funds. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Well, I will get those numbers and we'll have them by next Wednesday. I gotta get them to fix something with the report. I can get the referral bonus money report to come up, but for some reason, let me try this again. Level completion. 1 second. I'm in a meeting. Yeah, still got an error on the report, so I will talk to programmers and figure out why I can't pull a level completion bonus report. I used to be able to before we had so many payouts. it back up some. Yeah, see, I can, well, okay, let me see if I can pull. So I just did pull level completion bonus or level completion payout. But that one, I had it backdated quite a bit. So let me see if I can go back to August 8th, which was our launch date. Today's the 4th, so I'm going to try to pull to August 27th first before we had all the glitches. See if it'll give me that one. Nope. Sure won't. Let me back it up further. August 23rd. Nope, I don't know what's going on. How come I got it to pull a second ago? August 13th to the 23rd. That one will pull. So let me leave it at August 13th and try to go to maybe don't like something about the launch date. Let's try this. Nope. Okay, well, from August 13th just to the August 23rd, we had, where'd my report go? Just in those 10 days, oh crap, this is a long list. Just in those 10 days, we had 3,791 people that received some type of payout, whether it was 50 cents, whether it was a lot more. And it actually shows me total amount of payouts per person. So all 3,791 are different people because it's showing me their total payouts in those 10 days that I selected. So, and that's just the 13th to the 23rd of August. I have to get the reports fixed. We got to get more, I guess. I don't know what's going on. But I can see every individual in here. Username and full name. So there are a lot of payouts in that time. Let's see, what else can I go through? Okay, let me write down your name, Theodore. Username is Theodore9. No, Donna, we have not decided that. I'm not sure if we'll raise them at all with this edition. Like we said, we kind of have plans for like a long way out. This is just the beginning. And it's all going to be, like I said, fast matrices. It's going to be like 3 wide, 2 deep. So literally it's going to take you 12 people and you cycle out. One set's going to be a team build, and it's going to be a whole set of matrices, and then one set's going to be a company force. The great thing is they are going to put reentries into the 9, we are going to invite people to them backwards. So if you have not earned anything, or if you've earned very little, um, don't lose faith, because it's coming. When we get this built, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the system and I'm going to email 1,000 people at a time. We're bringing up the new matrices on a separate link, on a separate site. They will have, usernames will be migrated in from existing. So, login will be, everything will be migrated in. You'll log in with the same information. Once that happens, you'll get an invite in. I'm going to see if I can find a way to lock it to where only those people are allowed in. If I can do that, that way I don't have to worry about people sharing the link with somebody that may be higher up. If we can do that, that would be great. That's always one of the fears is, you try to let the 1,000 that are at the bottom in, and then next thing you know, everybody knows the link, and all the people that have been making all the big money already are right back at the top again, because somebody spilled the beans and gave them the link. So, that it's going to be really good for the people at the bottom. They're going to be the first ones in. They're going to have the first options to buy. And, once they do that, they'll be to buy into those matrices. Then people will start coming in behind them. I'll keep, inviting. We're going to probably do like maybe 1,000 an hour. I'll invite 1,000, then we'll send another invite for another 1,000 the next hour and work its way up. That way, the people that have that have been making money in the original 9 matrices come in at the back end, helping push everybody up. So the people that haven't made any money are now making money. The re-entries are going over to the original 9, which are making people at the top there start cycling more and having that one spread. So, we're looking at, we're probably, I'll know more before next week's live. I'm working with someone that I'm talking to that I'll have updates Friday, Monday for sure. So we'll have a whole bunch more information. When I have that information, I'll be able to share more details with you as far as when it'll be ready. The new matrices, they could be ready under 30 days. But we have a few details to work out. I want to make sure things are going to work the way we want it to. The full detail of the plan, the way everything works, is a 60-day target. But like I said, the additional matrices, they could pop up in less than 30 days. We just got to work out the details to find out if we're going to push it all in that time, or if we're going to take the full 60 to have everything running as we want it to. Actual number of members. Yes, I can. All right, let's see. Member management. List and search. Last page. we have 20,287 members. So we have not grown a huge amount since launch. 4,000 or so. So we are, that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to talk to my, people, not my admins, but the people that are working on stuff with the updates. We should know a lot more by next week's live for sure, to be able to give an estimated date of when the new matrices will come out. So, and when that happens, we will, give everybody a little more information. I don't want to give too much on the matrices themselves yet, but we're doing this because we want to help people make money. And the matrix, the way it's designed, it does work. It got wide so fast, it is moving slowly. So my best suggestion now is over the course of the next month, keep positions running in the system. You want to make sure if you want into the 20 fast and you're not, get into it. If you want another position in it, get it in there. Because when these new ones pop up, everybody's going to go to them because they are going to all be fast matrices. There's going to be a lot of people we have that I know love team builds, team forced. So I know they'll lean towards that side. They'll jump into that team forced system. There'll be company forced ones too. And there'll be people jumping there because they're all going to be fast matrices. But they're all going to feed re-entries into the original 9. So you're going to want to be where you want positions at in those original 9 because of those. You want to be in front of the re-entries that are going to be coming. So I'm trying to keep up on some comments here too. Anita, nope, I was just talking about that earlier. I have sent a message already, though, about yours to the programmers to get that $200 position fixed. So, and I will write you down to make sure I double check it. So, but you should see it show up pretty soon here because I've been on them about getting these fixed. So no, I don't know what we're going to do as far as the referrals go, because these are all going to be fast matrices. We may not require much more. We may not require any more for the lower matrices, but we may add a couple of bigger matrices that would require a 20 or 24. I don't think we're going to go all the way to 32. But increasing it a tiny bit does help because it gets us more members in the system. So we would like to, if you've noticed, like when I add the admin PIFs to the list, I add those. We get 200 or 300. We PIF them in, and then I kind of wait a few days. It's because I want active members that are adding new money to the system in between those. I don't want 20,000 $20,000 church positions and stuff setting in the system that aren't adding any funds. So so that's why I give a gap in between every time I upload them, is because I want to check. I want to keep it growing with people. I wrote down that $50 big too. Kiki, I think, if I pronounced it right. So, I mean, that's where we're at. The numbers look good. They are growing. The 50 cents is growing huge. I know admins thought of an idea, and I agree with it. I think it's a great idea. If we could ask members to maybe everybody kind of band together and join in a little bit, maybe like let's make every Friday like $5 Friday. If you can afford it, everybody buy a $5 fast on Friday. If you can afford it. I'm not asking anybody to add, money if they can't afford to. But if you got $5 in your account, or you just would like to have another $5 fast and it's a good time, let's do it on a Friday. Every Friday. Now, if you want to buy them during the week, go right on ahead. I mean, at least Fridays are all going to come in on the backside of you and push you up. And we'll do a 5 mid too. I'm leaning everybody towards one week, and then maybe next week we'll do a $5 mid on Friday. But we'll make Fridays $5 Fridays. And even if that means you only purchase one position on that day, fine. But keep in mind, every 64 positions in the $5 fast cycles one person out. So one person, if they've got 4 referrals, that Friday, if 64 positions are bought, one person made $209. One person that may really need that $209. And all it did was cost a whole bunch of us $5 a piece. So between the 50 cents pushing the reentries in all week long, like I said, we went up over 20,000 50-cent positions over the course of 5 days. So, then if we make $5 Fridays, we're going to really boost the system doing that. We're going to help a lot of people out. I don't know how far down the $5 fast is right now. I think quite a few people have been paid out on it. I could tell you. I can tell you that once we get 690 more $5 fast positions, that's going to cycle out 64 people in that process. So yeah, it looks like about, a little over, maybe 20 people have been cycled out of the 5 fast. But that's why we want to do this, is because, we're past the admins now. We've been past them because I don't have that many admins. So we're past that. Let's get some members cycled out, and that's what we want to do. And all the admins, they think this is a great idea, doing the $5 fast Friday. We're all going to pitch in ours. I'll probably buy, 4 or 5 positions because I want to help it even more. I am up at the top with the admin account, so I have made money, and I'm willing to put as much as I can back into it. I haven't done any withdrawals other than 2 $15 test withdrawals. That's all I've done. I'm not withdrawing my money. I'm putting as much as I can back into the system. I'm even pushing some of it towards giveaways and things like that. So, eventually I hope I get a payout that pays me back for any money I put into building the system. But what I've made right now doesn't even make a dent in that. So, that's one of those things we'll get to. If you have, you can use any, to answer your question there about Coinbase stuff. If you have any wallet, you don't have to use Coinbase in general, but you can use any Bitcoin wallet. You go into your, one second here, I'm getting to it. I have to log into my account here, not the admin account. Okay, try to bring my screen over to the other monitor. Gosh dang it. Well, that messed up. Anyway, you go into member management, profile view. And then once you're in profile view, you're going to see personal information, contact information, social media, social profiles, bank information, payment details. We don't care about bank information. Payment details is the very last tab inside the profile. You go to that, you'll see a Bitcoin address spot and a payout method spot. To the far right or somewhere on there, there's a little blue pencil to edit that. Okay, you click the edit button. The payout method is bank by default. Change that to Coinbase. I get withdrawals requests come through, payout request, and if it says bank is their payout method, I immediately just delete it. So switch it to Coinbase. Put your wallet address in the Bitcoin address section. Okay. Most wallets, not all, but most wallets, check your wallet. Coinbase, Abra, I'm not sure about BitPay. I'd have to look. I have BitPay. I just haven't looked at it. But a lot of those, they have a USD wallet as well. So you get paid out in Bitcoin. You can transfer it to USD. You can transfer it straight to your bank. And if you go through the verification process, like a lot of them, they want a picture of your driver's license. They want you to verify your phone number, verify send a picture of your driver's license. Some things like that. And the more you verify, they have levels of verification. You get verified on the third level. Literally, I can move over 10 grand from Coinbase to my bank and back. So, verification, if you verify, you can move a lot of money back and forth. The Payoneer is not available where I live. It won't work for the company. I talked to him already. Yes, message me outside of this. I can send you an Excel spreadsheet that only just at the top, it'll just have the order I need their information in. Like it'll say in cell A, it wants the sponsor name. They don't have to put anything in there. I'll put admin in them all because I can upload that way straight to our PIF list. Otherwise, if you want them under certain people and things like that, then I can't do that. They'll have to actually do them. But if I upload them, they go straight to the PIF list. I can send you what cells need to be in what order. Anything they don't know, like usernames, I don't have to worry about. I have Chris Hodges that I just give him, I want the very first cell to be, let's say the church name is, well, we've seen some of how we numbered them. I tell him I want it to start with, this and 1001. And he puts the code in and he makes them autofill all the way down 1002, 1003, 1004, as many as we have. So he creates the usernames really quickly like that. The passwords we can create. So all they got to do is the email section, the name section, phone number, if they're whatever their members want to give as far as information. It has spots for everything. Anything they don't put, we will autofill. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, and for those of you that are worried about moving money back and forth, that is one of the beautiful things about BitPay. Putting money on a card. All right, I'll check that, David. But yeah, if you have BitPay account, you can order a BitPay card. Matter of fact, I believe you can have 3 BitPay cards. You can transfer money straight from your Bitcoin to your BitPay card and make life a lot easier. No dealing with the banks. Nobody reporting your earnings, so you don't have taxes either. And Kathy, there's I understand what you mean, because I've run into some cards that I'm like, well, they don't work in the US, but really all that means is like, it means a lot of that means you can't transfer money from your bank to it. The government inside does not work with it. Now the question is, will BitPay mail you a card to Canada? If they do, you can use anything online. BitPay will work online for anybody. If they won't mail the card to Canada, there's a problem. But a lot of times when they say it won't work for a certain country or something, all that means is they won't deal with the banks. The banks can't move money between them. Like I've got 2 wallets that they don't even work in the United States. But I move Bitcoin into them all the time and back out. I just do not, I can't move money from my bank or to my bank from them. So, yeah, that's a lot of times that's what you run into. But yeah, if they won't mail you a card in Canada, they won't work in Canada then, because that's the whole bonus of having them is that card. Rev card. I have mixed emotions on that. Mixed feelings about that. So Jeff is saying BitPay is available in Canada. Global Wallet. I'll look into it. The whole idea of getting our own debit card and things like that, that is still something we want to do. I'm not backing away from that idea. I'm just trying to get things done in a priority placement. I really want to get people making money that haven't made any, and that's kind of priority on my list. So I understand, people want more ways to get paid and, or pay out, things like that. And I understand that. and I'm sorry, Bitcoin is an inconvenience for some people, but and I don't mean to say they're not a priority to me, but I have maybe 10 people that have voiced the fact that they really don't like doing withdrawal through Bitcoin, and they don't like it, and they want me to change. But I have 10,000 people that haven't got a payout yet. That 10,000 people became the priority, and I want them to see a payout. There will be another option eventually. We're working on things. It's at the back end of my priority list at the moment. We want to get our own debit card. We want to have our own credit card. So, which will be a prepaid credit card, so you can transfer from your wallet, your e-wallet, into the credit card. That's the theory of it. So, Kathy, if you're looking for another wallet or anything like that, talk to Kevin. Kevin Small. He just said there he gave a link to a Canadian member for use in Canada. Yeah. I was thinking it was, Jeff. So BitPay is on the list. It does have Canada on their list. Maybe what Kevin said, maybe you need a certain link for use in Canada. So maybe message Kevin Small, Kathy, if you're looking into that. He may be able to help you out with that. So also on our website, the website that I put our updates on, which I'm going to post in the chat here. This site, on that site, if you go to support IF, on that last page, you'll see the picture that I took for this live video, the picture that I used to promote it with. You see that that dollar bill, the $100 bill that I'm holding up, which is not a real $100 bill, but it sure looks like one. They make what we call drop cards. You see it's like a quarter of $100 bill over here, and it's the last quarter over here. You fold them in half, and it looks like a $100 bill. You drop them on the ground. That's why they call them drop cards. You open it up, and the back is a business card. So, drop cards are great. You can give them at $5, $10, $20, $100. But if you go to that website, to the site that I posted in the chat there, also it's where we put our updates for the live videos and things like that. The tab in the menu that says support IF, I put links in there to my drop cards that I design, and a link in there to just the drop card website. So, you can order ones that I've designed already, which is I designed this exact layout for that layout for the 5, 10, 20, 100. Sorry, I hit the button there on the keyboard. Let's see. Well, if you got a $5 fast, it's position number 2,920. Yeah, that's why it hasn't moved yet. It's pretty high up. Literally, we're at 3,406. So there's only a 500 after you. It hasn't made it back around to you yet, but you will. We just got to get it there, and that's part of us doing the $5 Fridays to help move those along a little faster. We may do a $5 fast Friday this week, and then maybe next week we'll do a 5 mid Friday. Things like that. So well, that's the thing, is they don't even need a face on them because it's only a quarter of a bill. Flip at the other side, it's the other end of the $100 bill. So that's what they look like. But I've designed some of them, but you can design your own. You can order them for any business. I put the link on that website. You can design whatever ones you want. When you order them, they come in a Ziploc bag with a nice big stack of them. So it depends on how many you order too. But I drop them everywhere. The thing I love about, if I give a person a business card, when I walk away, they take a look at it, and then they make a decision. They either put it in their pocket or they throw it away. Now, the people that put it in their pocket, 50% of those will throw it away when they get home. Okay? The other 50% will set it on top of a dresser or something like that. Maybe 10% will put it in their wallet or actually use it. Okay? Thing about a drop card is, you drop it on the ground, somebody sees it, they pick it up, they look at it. If they're really interested, they're going to keep it. Otherwise, they're going to read it. Now they know the name of the company, but they found it on the ground. Guess where 90% of them is going to put it? Back on the ground. So therefore, your one business card got used over and over and over again because people that pick them up throw them back down, and somebody else picks it up. So instead of, you get a lot more use out of one than you would a regular business card. That's why I do love them. I take them to like flea markets, things like that, and drop them. Amusement parks. Anytime we go anywhere with the kids, mall. I tell my daughter to leave one in the dressing room when she goes to the mall, things like that. So, you just leave them wherever. But the link is on the site. Let's see. But so the https://infinite-funds.com, or if it works for you, some people, the www.infinite-funds.com stopped working because their computer was holding on to the error after we shut down the pre-launch site. So that is oh yeah, they'll find you some places here too, Peter. Littering, but a lot of times what I do is I stick my hand in my pocket and I'll pull one out and accidentally drop it and just keep walking. And what's funny is I have some people say, "Sir, you dropped a $100 bill." I say, "You can have it," and just walk off. But yeah, as long as they think it's an accident, you're not getting fined, or think you don't even know you dropped it. But and you can use them for any company. That's why I put the link on there just for the drop card site, so you can design any drop card you want. So yeah, I mean, a lot of times, I don't worry too much. I mean, you go to like an amusement park, people drop trash all the time. So they don't, that's what they pay people to go clean up for. I drop it in places that pay somebody to clean up. I don't just walk down the street and drop them all over the street in front of a cop. Amusement parks, malls, flea markets, places where you're not going to get fined. Yeah, you're not going to get fined in the bathroom. Leave in the bathroom. Everywhere you go, dressing rooms, bathrooms, all over the place. So let me see what did. Yes, you can get your own referral link on the drop card. And I did use mine and all the links I gave because I put all that money back into Infinite Funds. So any money I can make from that, it goes right to it. Also, one last thing before we close, end this down because we are running an hour and 15 minutes almost here. We do have the additional matrices that we're working on. I'll also give you a little bit of information I am talking to a new programming company. This company that we've been with, they designed a beautiful site. We've had a lot of issues, a lot of glitches, which, I think they've done okay. But the biggest part of the problem is they work way different hours than I do. I have to stay up all night to be able to work with them, things like that. But I have been talking to another company. We are contemplating, we're going through everything, how to do, how to make changes and, what we can do to really make the system work the best. I've been talking to a United States company, a programming company, with 24-hour, 7 days a week support. One that will be able to, David, I did that 2 days ago. I'll tell you about it in a second. But we are looking at, the investors are going to kick in a little bit. I'm going to kick in what I can. We are going to have kind of it's going to be a hard upgrade to do if I make this switch. It is going to be pricey. This company that I've been talking to, we've actually talked to them live, not just through chat. Admins have been in there with me watching the demo and things like that. And we've talked a lot with them. We've talked to them, done 2 different demos with them, talking to them. And we're looking at, we're looking well over $30,000. So, keep that in mind what we're doing. Also on the Support IF website, in the menu and Support IF, there is a PayPal donation and a place you can make Bitcoin donation. I don't want people donating that, are hurting on money. We're not here to ask for handouts from everybody else, but if you want to pitch in to help, we'd be happy to get donations. It is going to be, if we make this transition, this new company, it's going to be a big thing. And we really look forward to being able to afford it, to be able to, to do this. But that's also part of why I was saying we're 30 days, 60 days, we don't really know, because we're looking at money. We're trying to figure out what we can do and what we can't do. And so anyway, let me get off that real quick. I was at a restaurant the other day and in Tombstone, Arizona, which is pretty neat on a holiday because you walk down the street and, no cars allowed on the street. They got horse and buggies and stuff like that. And you got Wyatt Earp, people dressed up, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, from the Tombstone movie from Old West and everything. And they have shows going on, gunfights going on and things like that. Well, we went in to eat and we went into a restaurant to eat and the waitress sits us down, brings our food to us and then never checks on us again. Never. Drinks are empty. My fiance got up and went to the bar to go get a drink because the lady never came back. So we're sitting there. Now we're done eating. We're getting ready. We're like, okay, we need our bill. But we still haven't seen the waitress yet. And my kids, me and my fiance are sitting on one side of the table. The kids are sitting on the other side of the table. And I looked at my oldest daughter and she says, well, the waitress is right over there because she can see her. The waitress back behind me. I said, don't say anything. I reached in my pocket and I pulled out $200 bills, drop cards. Okay. Both of them are folded. I pulled out $200 bills and I went like this and I set them on the table and I put my cup on top of them. And my daughter says, she's seen them. She's coming. Lady came straight to us, asked us how everything was going, if we needed anything. She was all about us. Said we needed our bill. She brought the bill to us. I put my credit card in there. She handed it back to her. I left the $100 under the $200 bills under my cup. And she immediately went straight over, took care of the bill. She brought it back. I tipped her $7 on the credit card and left the $200 drop cards. It's amazing how people treat you well when you think you're leaving a $200 tip. After she never even came to our table. After she gave us food, she wasn't at the table until she seen those two $100 bills come out of my pocket. And I hate to be, I hate to play that game on her, but she should have gave me better service, I guess. Because usually I'm a pretty good tipper. A meal like that, I would have usually tipped $10 to $15, but not with that service. So I don't ever think nobody deserves no tip, unless they stood at my table and cussed me out or something. But, because I know waitresses have a hard life, but especially if they're single moms and things like that, I always tip. But I feel like I deserve the service I'm there for. So, yeah, she may be cussing me out unless she joins. She could be on here. We don't know. But if she joins, she'll thank me later. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, wants to message me privately, anything like that, keep in mind, emails are great. Private messages through Facebook through Messenger are the easiest way to get a hold of me. I may not respond immediately, but I will respond at some point. Emails, I get a ton of. The emails in the system, I check them when I can. I still got a ton to go through. Somebody sent me certified mail the other day. So I've got it. I'm checking into that. So if you're on here, I'm looking into it. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. That's about everything we need to go over. And if there's anything else I should start including on weekly Wednesday updates, let me know and I'll start making a list. Try to get it a little more defined on what steps I go through during the meeting. But I kind of like winging it. Everybody knows that I don't really, I don't practice this beforehand. I don't run a script. I just kind of wing it, to be honest. So. And I think people like that, so I like it too. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great day. Let's finish off the week well. Don't forget $5 Friday. See you later.